What up YouTube, it's Lee from Team Purple Panda. Check out the panda hat. Today I got a very awesome video for everybody. Today I will talk about the YGO Duelist Pyramid. Basically, it is a model that I have constructed that identifies the type of player that you are. By knowing the type of player that you are, you can make your strength more strengthy and your weaknesses less weak. So let's get right to it. Alright, so this is a YGO Duelist Pyramid, and it's basically a model used by many psychologists and social psychologists to identify the different types of human attractions they are. I actually took the model and applied it to Yu-Gi-Oh! And it's been working amazing. And these cute pandas on the side for entertainment purposes are drawn by my girlfriend, so thank you.
You're welcome.
So let's go right into it. Every single duelist, you, me, everybody, have to juggle three fundamental things. First is cards, second is skill, and finally is luck. How you apply yourself to these three categories will really shape who you are as a duelist. So to break it down, someone who has cards and nothing else, just cards, I call these people the collectors. You see some of these dudes running around with 4 or 5 binders. They have tier 1 decks. They have like four tier 1 decks, but they focus more on the trading card aspect of Yu-Gi-Oh! The trading card game. There are merchants above anything else. They take the buying, selling, trading more importantly, they prioritize that above the game itself. But because of that, they don't have the skill to back it up, and they don't have the luck to back it up. So a lot of times collectors, even though they have those tier 1 decks, they will not win. Second category is skill. I call these people the casual champions because a lot of people who have skills but they don't have the good cards, they don't have the tier 1 cards, and they don't have the luck, are people that used to be very, very good. They probably top a lot of tournaments back then, and they kind of falling off Yu-Gi-Oh! They don't really care for winning anymore. So they go to regionals, they go to locals to hang out with friends. They'll play like a fun deck because they don't care about winning that much anymore. They don't. So we call these the casual champions. They're there just to have fun. And finally, what you call someone who has nothing but luck? Well, you call them the sackers. For some odd reason, a lot of kids, a lot of children are big time sackers. They're sacktastic. They always have the nutty hand. They always top deck that dark hole, the top deck that reborn, the top deck that heavy. They always have the nutty top decks, the nutty hands. They're just sackers. But they don't have those tier 1 decks. So a lot of times, you know, they exhaust the option of the deck. They can't make those big plays, so they lose. And a lot of times they don't have the skill neither, so they'll misplay their way to defeat. I know a lot of stackers out there, but stackers. So that's tier 3 players. People have only one of these attributes. So what you call someone who have 2 attributes? Well, these are tier 2 players. And a lot of us, almost 90% of us, fall as a tier 2 player. So what you call when someone has a lot of luck, a lot of skill, but they don't necessarily have the cards to back it up? Well, you call these people the innovators. Because they don't have the cards, they will use that skill, that knowledge they have to go back to the other 5,000 card that Yu-Gi-Oh! Had, of the hundreds of sets that we have, and they'll dig up that card that no one's seen for like the past 3 years, and they make a deck out of it. They put it in their deck. They'll text something from the LOD period, and it'll work amazing. The innovators pride themselves out of innovation. They basically look into this game, and in order to defeat those tier 1 decks, they will dig up something. They will figure out some kind of combo that can smash up everybody. Innovators are some of the most smartest people that I know because they have to depend on research and have to depend on their knowledge to win. Some innovators I know are my teammate. He's a big time innovator, Marco Garcia. That guy top 8 at a regional where 6M first came out, the three gateway, and he taught with Machina because he look at the meta and he look at like the cards he have, and he goes, you know what, I can play Machina, I can afford Machina, and he figured out some tech that simply smash up the broken ass 6M combo back then. So Marco Garcia, big time innovator. Another one is Yuki. He's another one of my teammates, and basically he trades and buys a lot, but he never really have the full set of whatever he needs. So he also rely on his innovation to win. Recently he top 8 at a regional, and it's because he managed to get his hand on a set of bunnies and a set of tour guides. But even so, he top 8 through sheer tech. He actually tech something in his Dyna deck that allow him to win above other Dyna decks that he played with in the top 8 region. So innovators, smart people. And finally, a very famous innovator that I know is Paul Cooper, the guy who top 3 at the YCS Charlotte, I believe, with empty jar deck. That's pretty amazing. Consider empty jar deck. A lot of people consider it to be like a tier 3-4 deck. Yes, I know a lot of people said he cheated with the ruling thing, but the fact that he kind of went with the ruling and no one bust him for it throughout the entire event, that's pretty lucky. So with that, big time innovator. So if you are an innovator, you are probably extremely smart. You're like you probably have like a good knowledge of the game, and you look through old cards all the time. So if you are an innovator, go ahead and leave a comment about some of the cool techs that you have used before, and they'd be super awesome. So next is people who have a lot of luck, and they have the resources to get those top tier decks all the time. These are what I call the buy winners, because they're buy winning. Buy winners, another term for these guys are autopilots. A lot of people don't like to be autopilots. A lot of people do not like to be called autopilots. But you know what though? Autopilots win. Autopilots win a lot. And I can't argue with that. They just smash up everybody. Autopilots, they have the good cards. They can get the tier 1 cards, and they always draw that nutty hand. They'll always draw that broken play, and they can always just open crazy on you. And because of that, they just draw, and then their luck will allow them to have that nutty hand. So they simply do what that hand tells them to do, and they just breeze through and smash up everybody in entire tournaments. Buy winners have by far the easiest time in Yu-Gi-Oh! They can win without breaking a sweat. I'm very jealous of buy winners because they just have an easy time. Some buy winners I know are Son Coover and Nizar. These two guys, if you remember, they topped 2 YCS, one each back to back with 6 Samurai, back then when 6 Samurai was just like sacktastic. I'm not saying they don't have skill. If they top, they have a lot of skill. But when it really comes down to it, if you look at some of their plays they will always have that smoke signal. They will always have that gateway, and they can always open broken. They can always just have that amazing top deck. They can take them out of any situation. They are buy winners. So if you're a buy winner, congratulations. Go ahead and leave a comment in below. Talk about some of the broken plays you did and how you just smack with somebody without breaking a sweat. Okay, so the last category are people with a lot of cards, that have good resources, and they have the skill, they have the experience. However, they simply do not have any luck. They are luckless. So people like this, I call them the strategists, because when they draw a hand and there's 1 or 2 good cards in them, they have to cherish that one card, because the probability of them drawing another good card is really rare. Strategists have to rely on their skill and rely on what they put in their deck to win. People who are strategists, they're generally, they think about their plays like, 3 turns ahead, because they know if they misplay once, if they misplay twice, it's over. The chance of them top decking something and come back from that is very slim. So strategists, they're very, very smart, but they have a very hard time dealing with simply bad luck. You hear strategists say these 3 words a lot. Must be nice, because they can't draw anything good and the opponent just simply ripping everything. You know what? It must be nice. So some strategists I know, Inch 95. That guy has 0 luck. That guy has 0 luck. I mean, I'll see him play GBs, and he'll like open garbage almost like every single game. And you know what? He had to rely on his skill. He had to rely on what he knows to play himself out of it. Dub K Dad right here. Dub K Dad, another big strategist, because if you see him at big tournaments, oh, that guy, he's not drawing happy. He's just not drawing anything good. He had to rely on his resources, rely on, like, you know, the stuff he have to get himself out of bad hands and claim victory. Dub K Dad ran into a magical cylinder and got smacked up. That's bad luck, dude. That's really, really bad luck. So Dub K Dad, Inch 95, big time strategist. And another person who's big time strategist is yours truly, me. I, my friends, have absolutely no luck, and because of that, you see me always talk about the deck techs and talk about theories and whatnot, because this is the only way I can cope with simply knowing that I'm not going to open with a great hand all the time, and I'm not a top deck all the time. So I have to rely on strategy to get my victory. So essentially, these three are the tier 2 players where 90% of us are, and if you belong to one of these categories, just post it down there and let me know how you feel about it. And of course, in the middle is the good player, and essentially what that means is if you are say a strategist and you happen someone to get lucky, you got lucky that one day, you can become a good player and top at that big event. If you are a buy winner and you manage to have a situation where you can exploit the skills you have, you can win easily. That's how Vancouver won, that's how Nizar won, because they have the luck, they have the cards, and they exert skill that day, and boom, they're victorious. And finally, if you're an innovator and you manage to get your hands on some cards, then there you go. Yuki top 8 like 2 days ago, so congratulations to him, and he became the good player. So this is the model. I want you guys to have a little discussion about it. Tell me how you feel, tell me where you belong, where are you on this map. And finally, I want to say a few things. These categories are extremes. A lot of us, we're not just the strategist or the innovator. A lot of us are somewhere in between. So just keep an idea on that. And also, these three categories are not they're not superior, inferior to each other. A buy winner doesn't mean it's not superior to strategist, and it's not inferior to the innovator. They're all equal. They're all tier 2. However, the tier 1, the good player, obviously is better than all three of this. But the strategists, by winner, innovators, they're all equal. Just let you guys know that. So this is my pyramid. Hope you guys love this video. Comment questions below. I really want to start discussion about this, so let me know. I'll talk to you guys later.